What's up, guys? It's only Marcus again. Well, it's not only Marcus now. It's got a little guest here. Little guest. Shout out. Would you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Joe. My online name is Joe Yada, but people just call me Joe anyway. Um, I work as an Android developer and content creator, but that's pretty much me.
Yeah, man. Um, I met Joe. Like, how did we meet? He was playing Dragon Ball in it through one
Yeah,
of our friends on Xbox Live. Um,
yeah.
Turns out like Joe was a streamer, so I was like, oh, turn out to his stream, watching get bopped a couple times. It was fun. It's funny, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But how's your week been, man? How's your week been?
Week's been good. Just been working, really working and streaming at the same time.
Hmm.
Trying to manage the startup in it. So
Yeah,
it is managing the startup, making sure everything's good,
I
making
hear.
sure everyone's fed as well. So, week's been good though. How about you?
I'm good, man. I mean, it's been quiet. It's been, I mean, not at work, but got some work to be doing. Got that done. Still got some more work to be doing. um, and just been playing a couple games. I got to play the Monster Hunter Rise demo, which was fun. Pretty good game.
You
But
played the demo.
yeah, the demo's out on. It's on Switch. You need to get a Switch, bro.
I know you
I've been
it's so
screaming this to
annoying.
you. Get a Switch. You can be playing Smash Bros, Mario Kart, but you're not.
Listen, I wanted to get Switch since Smash days. I just never bothered. I honestly, it was never a necessity. But I'll have to look into it. I'll definitely have to look into it. I
Trust me.
won't
No,
lie to you right now. I'm actually just looking at Maximilian play freaking Monster Hunter Rise. It's just been in the background all morning, and I'm like, damn, I should really get this.
Bruh, I should really be there. Nah, I hear that,
I
man.
should really be to play this. It's like, damn.
Fear of missing out is real. No, but when you get the chance, you have to get a Switch, man. Get a Switch. It's a good investment. I'm not gonna lie, but Nintendo's a bit crazy nowadays. They're moving a bit
Yeah.
mad with the Smash community, but we move. But today the topic we're gonna be talking about is anime and how it's inspired us during like how like anime's generally inspired us. Like, if you take a look at Joe's streams for one, he plays a lot of anime games, which is really, this is where we had our common bond, um,
Yeah.
and like there's like, what was your first anime, Joe? Actually,
My first anime,
mm.
I would say Dragon Ball Z, but I actually think it was Sailor Moon, even
Nah,
though I didn't get into Sailor Moon.
nah, I totally hear that. I totally
But
hear that.
I think it was the first one I actually watched,
Do you know what's
but I
wild?
didn't get into.
Do you know what's wild? I'm gonna hit you with something so left. I think my first anime was either Tenchi Muyo or was it Card Captor Sakura? I don't know why. It was on Nickelodeon for some reason, and I would watch it on I don't know. I'm old. I'm really old. So
I won't say you're that old, but
I don't know, have you watched Tenchi Muyo?
no, I have not watched Tenchi.
Yeah, or what was it?
Uh-uh.
Card Captor Sakura. That was another one. But
I never got to that one.
Dragon Ball was another one that was prevalent in my days. Like, it was
Yeah,
on Toonami every day, and I remember
exactly.
what was it? Goku transforming for like 5 days to fight Frieza, and I'm like, the planet's gonna blow up in like
Yeah,
5 hours. It's like, what kind of lie is this? It's like, oh, this is anime. Okay.
but we didn't think that then.
Yeah,
We were all sucked in. We were
yeah.
all sucked
It's
in.
like, what?
We were all sucked in.
He's still got like
I
5
remember.
hours left. No, it's
Yeah,
impossible.
that fight took forever.
Yo, but
I was so gassed at every moment. Like, what's gonna happen?
do you know
What's gonna
what? There was
happen?
there was so many turns as well. It's like when he got cut up in half. Spoiler alert for like, what? How old? Like a 20-year-old anime. Like when Frieza got cut up by his own destructiveness and he was still floating there, and I was like, bro, this nigga ain't gonna die.
He's not gone yet. This guy is just like, yeah. I stopped the bleeding, no blood, no nothing. Just stopped it and
Yeah,
fighting and everything. It's
I'm
like,
still
damn.
gonna. I ain't gonna die to a monkey. That's what's crazy. But
I
yeah,
said he built different.
yeah, man.
He built hella different. Um, but when I was a kid, I watched it, and then after, when they got to like the Future Saga, everything got confusing for me as a kid. Like, I think I was like, I can't remember. I think I was like 3 or 4,
Mm.
5 watching it, but everything got confusing for me, so I left it. I honestly left Dragon Ball Z. I don't think I watched any anime till Naruto aired. Like
Wow.
original Naruto aired. That's when I started getting back into anime.
How old were you then? Like when you were watching Naruto?
I say about 9ish, 10.
Oh wow, you were young, young.
Yeah, I
Wow,
was
I
around 9,
was.
10 when I got back into that.
I think
And
I
that's when I
was.
started watching more anime permanently. I started with Naruto, then I went into Bleach,
Okay,
and
yeah,
then my friend was like, "What you watching Bleach?" And I was like, "Dub."
yeah,
It's like, "You're watching in dub?"
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
since then, I've never watched dub again. I mean, I have, but it's not my go-to anymore
No,
because
I hear that, man.
you definitely see the difference in, especially some animes where there's a lot more vocal passion
Yeah, yeah. Trust me, I hear what you're saying.
uh, in voice acting rather than imitation.
I totally get that. I totally get that because it's like it's more authentic hearing it in
Yeah,
the native language because they mean what they say. Like their language is a
yeah,
lot different and their words hit a lot different. You know, they
yeah.
they built differently. No, but I hear that. I think like when I got into anime, it was like when I was watching Dragon Ball Z or when I got into Naruto. Sorry, I was I was like secondary school. Like so at that time, not a lot of people were watching anime. So like talking about anime was a
Yeah,
bit. It was a big
it
stick.
wasn't cool.
Nah, nah, you got
It
looked
wasn't
differently.
cool. It wasn't known. Everyone would think you're a weirdo. It was
like,
just all of that.
like, why are you
It was
watching
all of the
these
above.
like Chinese cartoons? And it's like it's not Chinese cartoons, it's anime. And there was a stigma about it. But now, like nowadays, it's like it's everyone loves anime.
It's everywhere. Everyone knows anime.
Yeah. Like, how was your experience like growing up? Like, did you have people to talk to about anime?
Not really. To be
Mm.
honest, the only people I talked to were like my brothers. But even then, it would be a case of I'd show them a new anime. They'd either like it or they won't like it. But they watch their own shows, even though they were like 3, 4 years younger than me. They'd either watch their own kids shows. But anime was like always my go-to. But now everyone watches anime. Even my brothers now watch anime, just like it. But I'm just that guy who I've evolved from watching anime to start reading manga.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm
Your
one of
brain,
them guys.
your brain's big.
I'm one of them guys who can still watch it and read it.
Oh,
But
so you've turned into the sage
other
of six paths, right?
nah, I'm not that close yet.
Oh,
If
okay.
I'm Sage of Six Paths, I'll be writing my own manga. I'll
True.
be helping someone like Oda with his with One Piece,
I
all
hear
time favorite.
that. Okay.
One Piece isn't trash.
You just want to get that in there quickly.
I had to get that in there to make sure that One Piece isn't trash.
No, man, no. You gotta put respect on One Piece. No, but I hear that. But growing up watching animes, like you said, you had your brothers. Like I had nobody. I had like in my immediate household, it was just me watching this weeb shit, and I would get weird looks. Just like this is some weird shit. Why are they screaming for
My
like
dad gave me
half an
weird
episode,
looks too, you know. He's like, "What
bro?
you watching cartoons at your
Yeah,
big age? At your big age?" It's like it's not cartoons. It's anime.
it's anime. It's
Every time I'll tell him it's anime. But it's anime is like the only thing I felt like I stood my ground in
mm,
when it came to like peer pressure or what to do and what not to do.
yeah,
Especially in and outside the house. Anime is just something that I can always go to and enjoy in my own time.
honestly,
Like no one could tell me that it's not interesting or it's not that. And like because I didn't know a lot of anime around that time and I was always on the computer just watching Naruto and Shippuden,
mm,
I'd literally rewatch everything. So I went through cases where I didn't know any other anime apart from like all the big three:
mm.
Bleach, Dragon Ball, Naruto. At the time, I hadn't watched anything new till around 16, I'd say 16, and I can't remember what anime I watched around that time, but um there was a bunch of new anime coming out, and I was going into because there used to be these sites that were solely for Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember them, but they were like it was like I think it was a Watch Naruto dot
yeah, yeah. Watch
Z
Naruto.
TV or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you'd have one for respective shows. So Watch Naruto or Watch Dragon Ball, and it would have Dragon Ball all the episodes listed. It'll have Dragon Ball Z all the chapters, all the episodes listed, and GT all the thing. And I watched all of that. I watched all of that.
Even through GT.
Even through GT, I watched all of that,
Wow.
and just so I can have like a fresh memory of all the series because
So
I know when
so would
I watch it.
so would you
Sorry.
say would you say Dragon Ball's in your blood then at this point?
Yeah, Dragon Ball's definitely my blood.
Damn.
Dragon Ball's Dragon Ball's Dragon Ball's one of the founders of my blood.
Yeah.
That's it. It's one of the founders.
It's one of the four
Like,
pillars that I stand on.
like even if I was getting other people to watch anime, Dragon Ball wouldn't be my go-to just because I like it, but I wouldn't say it's the best
mm, mm.
of its kind, especially for newcomers. And if you're ever gonna watch Dragon Ball Z anyway, I'd say watch the Kai versions where they kind of
They,
cut out all the filler
yeah.
and all the transformations and all that, just to give you, because everyone who's watching anime now is either older, and I don't really talk to like kids about anime anyway, so it's just one of them. Like everyone I'm talking to is pretty much my age or just a bit younger.
Yeah, I hear that, man. That's good. That's lucky. Cause like, as you said, like with me when I grew up, it's like in secondary school we had like a group of friends that would watch anime, and it would be, it'll be like they will be like it will be ridiculed as like, oh, the weeb crew. Those are the people that would run in the hallways with their arms like they're doing the Naruto
Yeah,
run
everybody has
shit.
the back.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be caught doing that shit. That's what's crazy.
I did do it. But
Wow.
I did do it for a bit, but then I couldn't continue doing it because I couldn't run as fast. So I had to become American. I had to come like the Western.
You
I
you,
couldn't run like a ninja.
you were Choji out here.
I couldn't run like a ninja, so I had to give it up.
Oh no, I hear that. I hear
More
that.
than swinging my arms, definitely right.
Did you hear about Shishueisha? Sorry if I said that right. If you're on Twitter, Shishueisha, the publishing company that they pretty much own Jump and a lot of anime stuff.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, they're copywriting a lot of stuff on Twitter. Did you hear about that?
Not recently, no. I know they went on like a time streak.
Yeah.
Last year or the year before. Started like cutting down on prices and charging extra for like tournaments and other stuff that they own that's being redone. So it's harder to get licenses for like doing anything in the name of Dragon Ball or other animes or stuff like that. So they did like make it a lot more difficult, but it didn't necessarily kill it. I mean, they're still sort of a tyrant. I don't know if you're gonna get blocked.
They're going hard in now. They're claiming like people's display pictures, and what the people's you know, like how we have like little avatars or things like banners with like anime in them. They're claiming that shit now.
Really?
Yeah. One even an artist who actually works for one of the mangas got claimed on Twitter. So I'm lucky I'm not on Twitter. So I'm just wanted to pass on the message about Shueisha's copyright.
Is that why? Because I was following this guy on Twitter called, I think his name is Fenny Yun. He's a big artist. I think he does a lot of art for like Dragon Ball Legends as well and for Dokkan cards.
Okay.
But I think he mentioned that his account got suspended, and he doesn't know how he's gonna get it back. And I think
I think that's him. I think that was him.
I think it's Fenny Yun, if I remember correctly. But I don't know if it's still there now. But he might have to create a new Twitter in it. So
yeah, that's crazy. It's just crazy. Like.
But that's silly.
Yeah, it's like people are actually they're promoting your shit for free, but I don't
know.
Maybe there's some gray areas in that, but I'm not a legal lawyer or anything.
It's like they can just make laws on them. They're like, yeah, you're using my stuff. Now,
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
And then copyright you straight away. It's like,
it's crazy.
as much as that is, but it's promotion, man.
Yeah.
It's free promotion because we actually
love it so much. Like we wear it so much. We wear it on our sleeves.
We're not selling anything. We're really not selling anything. I mean, he was working. He's working.
He works for it. That's his living.
That's his living as an artist, and he's still promoting like everything from it. I mean, he's making his money. Shueisha don't really need his money because they're getting more exposure in a sense. But that's kind of it's a win-win in both situations cutting people's legs in this doesn't seem right in any instance.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Because there's always going to be a backlash. There's always going to be a fight against it either way.
But I want to see who can fight this. To be honest,
I
haven't seen anyone.
The
I
anime-
haven't seen anyone fight Shueisha around this and win yet. So it's just one of them.
It's the anime community. I mean, I guarantee people will fight for this one. It's like, you can't take our weeb show away. We worked so hard for this.
They're gonna charge you to even mention Dragon Ball. If they hear Dragon Ball from your mouth,
Did you whisper
out.
that shit?
You thought about it?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Nigga.
From me my pee, bro.
Oh, bro. No, that gets into me. That reminds me. Like, what types of anime have you like watched? Like, we've been speaking a lot of like Shonen Jump, and like action oriented anime. But like, what's like have you watched like slice of life, isekai, mecha comedies? What's your go tos? Like, what's your go tos?
I won't say I've watched any slice of lices, but I've watched obviously a lot of shows.
You haven't watched slice of life,
I
bro?
I don't think I've watched any.
There's some
I know
good
there's
slice
good
of
ones,
life.
but I have, and I've seen a lot of recommendations, which some I haven't actually watched. I watched some isekai, some mecha, some comedy. One of my favorite comedy ones is like Konosuba. That's just hilarious.
Yes, and a fellow man of culture. Konosuba is amazing. It's top tier.
Konosuba is just so funny.
It has me
I saw the movie
tears.
like 2 years ago. That just made me laugh so hard.
Yeah, honestly.
That was the best. It's one of the best comedies. I know some people might think it's ecchi, but it is.
It's not.
Hilarious.
It's hilarious.
So
It's so stupid. It's so dumb. I love it. And what's his name? I can't remember his name. The main character. Why can't I remember his name? I'm drawing a blank. I'm not a real fan.
Yeah.
You're drawing a blank too.
It's too late.
Who could delay? No. Who could delay enough to search up his name fast enough?
Yeah.
And
Man has to Google that quick. Konosuba.
Good. You have to fill in air. You can't search and not Sato Kazuma. There we go. There we go.
You know what? I searched it and I was like, shit. I know it sounds K now. It's starting to come back to me.
It has to be K
It's
because
starting to come back to me.
oh, it's so stupid.
It is a great. I know. Obviously, Megumin girl.
Megan,
the
big
best,
girl.
obviously.
Explosion once per day. Yo.
Explosion.
And that explosion's, I love the thought behind it. It's like, I am going to release one explosion per day, but this explosion is going to be the greatest one. And the next one for tomorrow will be better.
All I need. That's all I need. No stamina, no nothing.
I don't-
Just
one
magical
boom.
explosive power.
I want to be
That's
the best.
all I need.
I want to be the best. Yo. But
Have you watched any horror?
Oh, horror. I can't remember any horror ones on the top of my head right now. That's what's crazy.
I watched a few when I was in uni because I had a friend who he was big into anime as well, so he recommended some, and I watched ones like Another. I don't know if you've heard about that.
No, shoot.
Really, that's a really good anime. Really, really good. It's like a horror mystery, but people die. Just put it that way. People die.
People be dying, yo.
Yeah, people die left and right, but it's a really good. I really enjoyed it.
I watched Cabaneri of
mystery
the Iron Fortress, if that counts.
Which one is that?
It's like
Iron Fortress.
yeah, it's the Attack on Titan one, but they're on a train.
Oh, I don't think I've heard of that.
Alright, like,
I don't lie to you.
I don't think I like what. I don't think I've watched any horror ones that counts as horror.
Oh,
I've watched thrillers.
What about It's not Elfen Lied, is it?
Yeah, Elfen Lied. I've watched that. I've watched Elfen Lied.
It's the one with the girl and the superpowers in it.
Yeah, with the
Yeah, Elfen Lied.
Yeah, the psychic abilities, and she cuts up. Ooh, that one is very, very. Wow.
Yeah, that's very gory.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
But certain people in that anime deserve it though. They got what's coming to them.
Have you watched Mobile Suit
Mobile Suit Gundam? Yeah. I've watched that.
I
That was
haven't
another
watched the
one.
original one.
That was another one I watched
But
like when I was a kid years ago.
yeah, I only remember watching like some episodes from it,
Yeah.
but I don't remember the series. That was when I was younger as well. But I watched a variation I think a couple years ago called Iron Blooded Orphans.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I've
that made a lot of people cry. That made my brother cry,
Bro.
and he didn't even watch anime like that, but that made him sad because like the ending is so, man. There's no winners in it. People that are meant to die just don't die, and it's just vexing. But
I hear
this
that.
is a great. I still enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it. Ones like obviously you've got like the top ones like Code Geass, which have really good endings as well.
Is Kogi a
That's-
horror one or a thriller?
I think that's more of a thriller. I feel like that's in the same category as
Yeah.
something like Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, Full Metal.
some
Ooh,
reason.
which one did you watch though? Are we talking about Brotherhood or original? 2011.
Neither.
You've never
I haven't
watched?
watched any of it yet. Honestly, it was one of them where I was meant to start it, but I did, and I never continued. So
Bro.
it's still on my list to watch.
Yeah.
Even though it's on Netflix, it's still on my list to watch.
You have to
I need
watch
to
it.
watch that.
It's a really
I
good
need
one.
to watch Code Geass. I need to watch JoJo's. JoJo's, I feel like is good, but I just there's something about it that's not making me want to watch it.
I'm gonna
So-
tell you, like, JoJo is crazy shit, and I can't recommend it enough. But I just have to say it's crazy shit. It goes places, and it's wild. It's wild.
See, I know it's wild. Like I've seen
It-
I've seen a lot of clips from it. as well.
It takes the concepts of like general like fight scenes and like turns on its head. It's like, I have an ability, he has an ability, but I have to figure out his ability before he kills me. That's all it is. That's all it is. And it goes around in different ways. It's like, oh yeah, this guy, he has the ability to summon a shark in a pool of water, and it's like, oh snap, how is he gonna kill people like that, or how is he gonna attack his targets? Then you see like his accomplice has the ability to control people's tongues. Can you see how backwards these abilities are?
Yeah.
And they manage to do damage. It's like, what's going on here? But yeah, I can't give it enough praise. But see what I mean? Now you got me talking about JoJo. Continue.
I mean, JoJo's good. I'll say JoJo's good because it does have a following. It does have like its respect. Let's talk about. I'd say some of the new ones that have come out more recently that I'm enjoying a lot, especially that aren't in shonen or like Vinland Saga.
Oh
I started
yeah,
watching
I need to watch that.
Golden Kamuy a couple weeks ago. I've caught up to that.
Golden
and
Kamuy.
that
What's that?
It's about it's like a treasure hunt, but in early 20th century Japan. So it's just after like the Russian Japanese War.
Oh, okay.
So they're just looking for gold that some guys left behind somewhere, and everyone's trying to find it. And it's gory, and people like are dying and they're killing and skinning people. But the atmosphere of the anime doesn't make you feel like that. They just make it seem casual, so casual. It's weird. Like,
So would you say it's like a
you know-
historical anime? Well, just like loosely based off history and a bit of like fantasy.
I'd say it's loosely based off history. I don't know if it's actually based on a true story or not. I've just been reading the anime casually. I never actually looked further into it, but I'm enjoying it a lot.
Okay.
There is there's another anime called Death Parade. I don't know if you've heard about it.
Bro, what do you mean? Have I heard about Death Parade?
What do you know about Death Parade?
It is amazing, yo.
I like that series.
That is I love the intro. The intro gets me every time. It's a jam.
I have that on my anime playlist. That intro.
Yo, if you haven't watched Death Parade, I feel like it catches you lacking so many times.
Yeah.
It's the premise of is like two people come down in a bar. One of them has the opportunity to go to heaven, and one of them has the opportunity to go to hell. That's it.
But
And they play. You
you
don't know.
actually get the choice to try
Yeah.
to think of it yourself, but they always reveal at the end of the episode, which
Exactly.
is really good. So
I
it was
loved it.
great
Man.
to see it.
Yeah.
I like the whole concept of like the middle ground and how they choose who goes hell, who goes heaven, to try bringing out the true nature of
Of a
person's
person
soul.
at the worst moment, which
Yeah,
which which then it gets turned on its head, unquestioned. Is that the best way to do it?
yeah. Because there's some episodes where you think that, but technically it's not his fault or it's not her fault.
You
Circumstances bring him into that
exactly, like
place.
circumstances had brought them to that that position. You know.
It's yeah, it's literally because they did not know or they do not know. That is why they that part of them comes to light, even though they've been either suppressing it very well for most of their life and behaving very well, but that part of their life is still, that part of their soul is still there, which means they either go to hell or heaven because of that part of their soul.
Yeah.
Which is subjective, very subjective, but I feel like it's a very good anime.
Yeah.
I'd recommend it.
100%. 100%. Man, it's a death parade, you know. Have you watched Dead Man Wonderland?
Wonderland.
Yeah, Dead Man Wonderland.
No.
It's another one. It's an action death, like, it's a death games in prison sort of thing. But a kid gets falsely accused, gets put in there. I need to read up on it, to be honest, because it got to a point where I was like, I need more information, because there was a certain person that turns up in a certain place, and now there's information that I need to know. Like moments in anime where they drop like hints, and then they just leave you alone. They're like, "No, ignore it."
Yeah, they have you itching.
It's like, what do you mean? It's like, what do you mean? How can you just drop that and just go away, like, and say, "I'm taking hiatus. I'm looking at you." Fucking, what's his name? The author of Hunter x Hunter.
Have I watched Hunter?
You haven't?
Of course I have.
Oh, okay.
Hunter x Hunter is good, very good. I enjoyed it.
Trust me.
I feel like the anime. I believe the manga is still going on. I think.
Is it?
Because I know where the anime ended isn't actually where the story ends.
Tagoshi.
But I could be wrong. Because I keep seeing like stuff about the manga, but I don't actually hear a lot about the manga. So I'm assuming it's actually done and there's nothing left, but I could be wrong.
Oh wow.
There was some stuff that pointed to them having like a manga somewhere or a continued story somewhere. I'm not entirely sure.
Season 7 will be back apparently. I've just looked it up. That was in May 2020. But Takoshi's the guy to take a break anytime he wants. Did you know he married the Sailor Moon woman?
Sorry?
He married the Sailor Moon author. Tagoshi.
So I actually didn't hear that one.
Sorry.
Have to repeat that. Apologies.
No, that's cool. Did you know that the author of Hunter x Hunter is married to the author of Sailor Moon?
Oh yeah, I heard that a while ago. Yeah. I know of it, but I didn't. It's not something I remember as a fact.
Apparently,
but I know I've heard it before.
Apparently so. Could you imagine? Like that's why he takes so many breaks. He doesn't really have to work.
Sailor Moon's still making that money.
Yeah, bro. Because Sailor Moon's amazing.
Sailor Moon's still making that money. So
all right,
cool.
House. Who's your favorite Sailor Scout?
Obviously, I'll just go with the main our protagonist, the main girl. That's who I knew. I never finished the story on Sailor Moon.
Bro, it's all about Sailor Mars. Hands down. You know the red one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Honestly, I don't remember the characters. I actually don't remember like the characteristics or the personality. I actually only remember the suits. And obviously, Sailor Moon's face. That's literally it.
Meatball head. Fuck's sake. Oh.
Listen, yeah. I was a young boy when I first watched Sailor Moon, and I haven't gone back since. I literally haven't gone back since.
I hear that, man. But yeah. Anyway, like, how's anime inspired you? Because we've been talking about like different animes just now. Like, we went a whole like 15 minutes just talking about animes. But
Yeah.
how's anime inspired you? Like, was it like done for you in your daily life, and how's it like influenced you?
Influenced me.
Mm.
That's a pretty. I mean,
Or inspired you in any way?
obviously that you get your pro tech who wants to work hard or become something special. Naruto is a big example for that. I feel like that's one of the ones that inspired me to not always kind of like be to myself, because obviously you can never do anything on your own.
I hear that.
But there are some people who think everything revolves around them, or they can work out everything on their ones, or do everything by themselves. But I know like animes like Naruto, or pretty much everyone, pretty much every anime where you have friends, it normally works out. Apart from Berserk, because when you have friends, you die.
You're either getting betrayed, and one night there's a blood moon, and then, oh, is that a Baylet?
Yeah, everything goes left with Berserk.
Ooh.
But
Friends,
most animes,
yeah.
I feel like it does teach you to embrace camaraderie and friendship, because it's always good to have friends. Even
Honestly, yeah.
if you get friends that sometimes you fight with or whatnot, you tend to end up being friends. Even life teaches you that a lot of cases.
Through
I
the
mean,
hard
there's
times, you always be friends in the end.
There's some anime who take the extremes where you actually have to kill your friend, but we don't talk about them ones.
No, you don't. We don't talk about that one.
We don't talk about them ones.
Yeah.
We don't talk about trying to.
Or to genocide your whole family. I mean, what?
Yeah, we don't talk about them ones. Them ones where they kill everyone. It's like, damn, I want to get revenge. But that's tough, isn't it?
No, I understand. No, honestly, I feel like, yeah, exactly, 100%. Like, the idea of like having a community and friends is always is like something deep rooted in anime. It's like you see it in Dragon Ball. Like, Goku fights for his friends. He fights for the protection of Earth. One Piece. It's like he wants to go to the Grand Line, but he's also picking up a bunch of weirdos. Luffy's picking a bunch of weirdos just because he likes them, because they're different.
Yeah.
He doesn't care what they are. He doesn't look. He looks beyond what they are and sees them as a friend, and that's it. And I think like One Piece, to big up One Piece, it has made me cry so many times, and I have to say it's due to the Japanese dubbing. It is so powerful that you can hear the intent from the actors, and it is so amazing, you know.
One Piece is a great example of friendship. I'd say bonds and friendship is like one of the best things I've seen in One Piece.
It tests
in any anime. It just does it so well, creating bonds, creating friendships. Like, the thing is, I think I watched a video on one of the movies on One Piece, and it explains how pretty much everyone on the Straw Hat crew literally have nothing in common.
Dude,
they actually have nothing in common.
It's
but
just Luffy.
They still work together, so they still mesh so well. But they just don't need to have anything in common to mesh so well.
Luffy, look at Sanji and Zoro constantly fighting.
They're always beefing.
Yeah.
Always beefing, but they don't hate each other, innit?
They got each other's backs. Even when Usopp was fighting against Luffy, when he wanted to get rid of the Going Merry, they had that argument. But in the end, Luffy took him back.
Spoiler warning, obviously.
I mean, bro, how? By the time you listen to this, you're probably not gonna make it there.
This is a long way into the anime.
Trust me.
So.
You got ways to go. Spoiler alert. Sorry. Damn. But no. What else? There's even Hunter x Hunter. It goes to the point where there's a certain point where characters go through a roller coaster of emotions because of a lost one, because of losing a particular person that they've grown up with. You know.
Exactly.
Even the bonds formed with complete strangers in that anime, is spectacular. The innocence of Gon and his ability to make friends that very quickly and to protect them and care for them, even complete strangers, even enemies at one point. You'll see. Like,
that is literally anime though.
mm,
All the things. Some things are exaggerated, but I feel like the premise and the point that they do get across is nearly always clear.
mm,
I mean, if you don't understand it, then you probably just take things too literal. I won't lie to you.
honestly, and especially that's one thing in Hunter x Hunter. That's another thing. It's like you can see the bonds. It's like the heroes aren't exclusive to these bonds. You know, even some villains have these attachments, and you get to see them being tested.
Exactly.
That's one thing I love. Like ever since like I've started writing my own comics, um, I've seen like I've taken anime and media differently. I'm starting to look at them in another layer and seeing like what is the author trying to get across and like what is he trying to explain.
They're trying to portray, yeah.
Exactly. It's like when you see it, it feels you. It's like, oh snap, this is what he's trying to do. It's like, oh, I can see that this relationship means this much to this person, and the betrayal of that is like, oh, how dare you, Nani the fuck, you know.
What's your favorite anime right now? Then?
My favorite anime right now, bro, I've been watching. What's it called? Danmachi. I like to say Danmachi, the Japanese version, because I hate saying the English title. Uh, it's How to Pick Up Dungeons. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? But it is not. It is not what it sounds like. It is 100% not what it sounds like. It's a great anime. Essentially, gods have come from the heavens to Earth. They can't use their superpowers, but they can make familiars and have a group of family, essentially, and that is essentially gives them more money, wealth, and power in the lower world. There's this one goddess. She's useless. She finds this one dude, and she's like, "Yeah, you'll be my familiar," and it goes on from there. He builds his familiar. I'm not gonna spoil anything. It's really good. Give it a try. But my top 10, like without on a heartbeat, JoJo to the point, like I got to the point where like when it was airing, it was on part 3, like mid Egypt, bro. I couldn't wait. I had to read it. I read it and I was like, oh snap, and I continued. I'm on part 8, bro.
Part 8. They're still going though. JoJo's like still going strong.
Yeah. The manga's still going, and I still need to catch up. I think there's like 100 more. I think I got 100 more chapters to go. But it's a really good anime.
It's still 100 behind.
Yeah. Don't worry. I liked it. No, because with part 7. Sorry, part 7. Is it part 7? Part 7 is Steel Ball Run. Part 8 is JoJo Leon. I think it's JoJo Leon I'm on. I think that is part 7. But yeah, that one, he's on and off with it. Araki, he hasn't finished it quite yet. So I'm pacing myself. I want to binge it. I like binging it, when I have the chance. Another one that I've watched, I have to say I have to give a shout out to is Full Metal, FMA Brotherhood. It's top 10.
That is definitely a good anime, even though I still have yet
you need to watch it.
I've only heard good things about it, to be honest.
Boku no Hero. How can we not mention My Hero Academia, bro?
That one's top. There's a lot. The community isn't that great, but the anime is. The anime is amazing.
Do you know what it is? It reinvigorated my love for superheroes in anime. Could you imagine? From anime, it's like, yeah, these are superheroes. I don't see it as like, these are like bloodline techniques or Kekagenkais and shit, or devil fruits. These are like, I feel like these are superpowers. These are superheroes, and quirks is just a name. These are mutants, essentially.
How the world has evolved and everyone's getting quirks now. I want a quirk.
Dude, I would love a quirk. Who's your favorite?
It's not a bad quirk.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a bad quirk, though.
No, there is.
What do you mean? Are you?
There is some bad quirks.
Hmm.
Like what's his name? The guy with the glitter spray on
Belly one?
his belly button.
That's not a
Yeah,
bad quirk.
that's
It's just a lame.
that's a bad quirk.
It's a lame quirk. That's what you mean.
So it's a bad quirk. It's a bad quirk. You literally just said it's a bad quirk.
No, I said it's lame, bro. No, but what quirk would
So,
you? What
so
quirk would you have? Let me ask that.
from the ones I've seen so far,
Mm.
um, to be honest, it either be Aizo's quirk,
Aizawa.
Aizo Sensei's quirk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his quirk to stop it.
To remove your quirk.
To remove your quirk as long as he activates it.
Mm.
Also you can have I think Luminion's quirk is amazing,
100%.
especially how he uses it.
Mm. But you have to hold your
Who
breath
else has a
though.
good quirk? Yeah, but that's fine. That's training. Innit?
Mm.
That means I'll actually have to go out to the gym instead of sit at home.
Hawks has
what
got
other
another
quirk
quirk that I love. I love Hawks'
Yeah,
one, and I love
his quirk.
Endeavor. Basic as it is, he utilizes it very well.
I would say Endeavor, but I prefer just to have to the rookies, just so I can have both.
Both.
ice and
Yeah.
fire.
And who else?
Just give me both of them.
But I love Bakugo. Bakugo's like
Explosion.
he's built to be a villain. Like
Yeah.
he's quirk, he's attitude, but you gotta love him. I need a Bakugo figurine. What am I doing?
Bakugo is Megumi.
Yeah, 100%. Full potential.
Explosion.
Unlimited
Full
stamina.
Megumi.
Could you imagine if they fusion danced?
That's it.
Megu
Explosion.
Bakugo,
Imagine how big that would be.
bro.
Mad.
Imagine a house of explosion.
With his hat. That's mad. That's actually so mad.
Oh, another.
What about this new one that's come out? Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, bro, I'm up to date. Episode 13.
I'm loving it.
Episode 13. I just have to say, bro, that's what 2020 did to us.
Yeah.
That's what 2020.
Like, it's dark. I won't bring out any spoilers, mainly because the second that came out and I watched the first episode, I decided to go read the manga. Put it that way. I decided to go read it, and I'm up to date on the manga, and it is amazing.
Do you know what's crazy? It's
I wouldn't have any other way.
Someone in my group chat just sent a Instagram pic of it, and I was like, "What is this?" It was like, and he said it's out today. Watch it. I was like, "Alright, cool." I was like, "Bet." Watched it. I was like, "This shit interesting. Let me see episode 2." Episode 2 came out. I was like, "This is going places, you know." It's like it's getting momentum, and I can feel it. It's like this is a really good anime. It's a really good one. What do you think about Fire Force? Because that's another one I wanted to bring up. That's a really good one. I love.
Like Fire Force a lot. A lot of people don't like it because of Samaki's ecchi
Edgy moments. Yeah.
correction.
Yeah.
But honestly, that literally gets diluted so much as we watch it. Like sometimes it's there and it's like, it's there again.
But when
I
he
think
wants
it's
to,
just for fan service for fucking pedos, to be honest.
yeah,
I
that's.
understand.
I,
I mean, she could have any other personality quirk, and they just gave her that.
yeah.
I mean, it was funny the first time, but then after that, it was like, damn.
Every time now, like.
It's really gonna do it. They really stuck to this, didn't they?
See, even in season 3, goddamn.
Yeah, they really stuck to it. But I'd say this, as much as the story is great and it has evolved a lot. And also, without any spoilers, I enjoy it a lot.
Can we talk about Ogun quickly? Can we talk about how I love the fact that Japan has no fear of like tapping in to different cultures.
Yeah, especially they tap into everything. Whatever they can find inspiration in, they find it.
They love it.
Absolutely everything. Imagine how knowledgeable you have to be to make something more
than it is. Like twist the story
more than it is.
To fantastic proportions. Like look at the Fate series, for one. It's like,
Yeah.
I want to say like my favorite one would have to be I prefer, what was it, Apocrypha, the one with the red team and the black team.
Yeah. I haven't watched any of the Fate series, so you're gonna have to enlighten me on some of these.
So essentially, it's a group of mages that have different heroes, and they summon them. But you hear the backstories of each heroes, and each hero, like, they have their own connecting parts to another hero that may be on the opposite team or maybe on the same team. And I just love how that melds. Just love the fact that they draw from history for no problem. And especially with different cultures, especially with Ogun Montgomery in Fire Force. Shout out to Ogun and the Yoruba culture. By the way, Joe, where are you from?
Yoruba.
Oh,
I'm Yoruba.
Oga.
I'm Nigerian in Yoruba. Which
Oga.
is obviously the best.
Yeah.
The best.
Green, red, green. Nigerian Eagles out here.
What all Nigerian Eagles?
Trust me.
That's how it is.
What did you think about Demon Slayer?
I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it a lot. There were some plot holes in the story, especially near the end, but I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, 100%.
And I really like how much traction it gained, just because it dives different. It takes a different approach to a lot of shonen protagonists.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shonen protagonists are trying to get stronger or trying to become like the Hokage or
want to find the grind line.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to find the king, be the king.
One Piece. Sorry, no grind line.
Hokage. Yeah, they're trying to just do the most. But here, Tanjiro is here trying to save his sister.
I just want to save my sister, man. I don't want to save my sister.
I'm not trying to become.
This is all I have.
Demon Slayer. Yeah, exactly. She's the last of her family. Everyone else just died, so it's just one of them.
It's heartwarming as well, to be honest. I loved it.
It's very heartwarming. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the entire story. It's an amazing story. I'd recommend it wholeheartedly. Did you see how the movie's beaten Spirited Away?
No
box
way.
office in Japan. It beat Spirited Away, who had like a 19-year streak, I think.
Wow.
Spirited Away had, and Demon Slayer's Mugen Train beat that.
I need to watch. And it comes out in February as well, right?
Yeah,
for public viewing.
It comes out February for us. I saw it on Google Anime, but it was a really bad quality.
Yeah, I saw it too. I saw it on some certain sites, so I'm not going to promote here.
Yeah, just cut that bar out. Just beat that. We don't want to mention them. We don't want to get stuck.
What are we talking about?
But yeah, basically it.
What else? I think. One Punch Man. That was another one. That was another good one I enjoyed.
That's a good one. Honestly, I didn't like it when it first came out.
Yeah, no, I got that. I felt that vibe too. I did the same thing
because it felt really silly. And then I watched it, and I was like, "Well, this isn't really about him, is it? It's about pretty much everyone else."
Yeah,
it's literally he's just there to save the day.
He's there to solve the problem in the end. Don't worry about it.
It's not really about him. You're here to see everyone else's struggle and everyone else's growth. You're not here to see his growth. He's literally just. What's the good analogy for him? He's just there to observe everything. I say he's there to observe anything, but he's just there.
He's there to stop the problem if it gets too big.
Yeah, it gets too big, or or by the time he notices,
exactly.
It's crazy.
It's crazy at times where he doesn't even notice.
Yeah, exactly. But apart from that, I think I started watching it again and I actually enjoy it. I think it's a great anime. And then I was like, I need more context on it because I didn't feel like the first season gave me enough of it. Like the animation, this animation studio, props to them. They did an amazing job.
Madhouse
fight scenes and everything. But I needed more context on the story, so I decided to read it. And it's not really about him. It's definitely not about him. It's about everyone else and all the other heroes and how they overcome their battles and all their struggles. He's just there to finish it off when it comes to it. But he's also a good soul, which gives him that kind of likable character the same way.
Yeah, he's not a pretentious person with it. He's not
he's not.
What did you think of Garo though?
Oh, Garu is amazing.
I love him.
I like his growth.
I love him.
I like his character. I really like his character. I don't know if you've read the manga.
I haven't.
I like his character.
I love the idea that he
I
wants
like where
to be
he's
the
coming
strongest
from
one.
as well,
Yeah.
and I would say that he's not. Actually, I can't say anything 'cause spoilers, but I like his character. I like his perspective on like the world and the hero society and the hero agency and everything. I like his perspective on it. It just it makes sense, and it doesn't make him feel like he's wrong. You don't think he's wrong for anything he does.
Mm,
He's just fighting. He's just fighting to
It was
survive.
is it a Griffith thing? Did Griffith do nothing wrong? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, Griffith is wrong. Griffith is wrong. He's been wrong from day one.
Do you know what? You haven't talked
Can't believe
about
I
it.
like that brother.
Yeah, like, would you say Berserk is one of your favorites?
But yeah, Berserk is definitely one of my
You
favorites.
haven't spoke a lot about Berserk. I want to hear you speak about Berserk.
You want to hear me speak about Berserk?
Yeah, go ahead.
But without any spoilers, I really, really, really like Berserk because I was watching it.
Well, quickly, for those who don't know, could you give us a quick synopsis?
Okay, Berserk is about a story of a guy who is trying to find a place, trying to find his place, his role in the world, in the world of like mythical beasts and soldiers and elves and demons and all that. But in this world, he becomes part of a clan and he becomes friends with the leader and makes a bunch of comrades and friends, and then everything pretty much goes south. I won't say when, I won't say why. It just goes south, and now he has to fight to save what's left of it, in a sense.
Yeah.
But that is pretty much the basis of the story. It's a lot more complex than that. And I mean, there's 3 movies which just cover the entire anime as a whole, which is good. And then you have the 2016 one that came out, which is just pure CGI, which I wouldn't recommend to watch.
So, what would you recommend? How would you recommend viewing it?
I'd watch the movies.
Oh.
Honestly, I'd just watch the movies. I'd watch the original movies. I think it's the King's Head 1, 2, and 3. But just type down Berserk movie, you'll find it, and you'll see it in the 3-part movie it has. But that's the best way to watch it. After that, just don't watch anything else until they announce something that's actually gonna work. Because doing a full-on CGI anime
I don't think it's a good choice. It's rarely a good choice.
Especially for a really, really good anime.
Something with a lot of detail as well. I've seen the panels in Berserk. They are very detailed and very graphic.
Very, very detailed.
CG won't cut it. CG won't cut it. Unless you're gonna not even pre-render backgrounds. That's weird. It'll look even weirder. Yeah. I don't know how you will do that in 3D or CG. Sorry, but continue about Berserk, man. What would you say? Describe Berserk in 10 words.
In 10 words. This feels like English class.
Yeah.
In 10 words, I'd say it's a complete story on what humans are like, and what you know is wrong and what you know is right, and what you choose to do.
All right. Yeah. I mean, not 10 words, but hey, we move. You move.
I'll put on the spot in it, so I'm just gonna take it.
No, that's good.
It's never gonna be 10 words.
No, that's good, man. So like I can see by if we go to your Twitch page, we can see that our anime is obviously inspired. You've got Zoro in your banner. Would you say like anime is like bled into your life elsewhere, apart from like your immediate social media?
Yeah, I feel like even in my workspace, I still have like some sort of anime presence. Whether it's I feel like having anime go more mainstream has let me kind of come out of my shell a lot about anime. Even though we were like a very minute circle, but a lot of people are seeing anime, and because information travels a lot faster nowadays, a lot more people are getting into anime. So it's still a growing franchise, if that makes sense.
No, I hear that.
So having anime there isn't as much as it used to mean.
Mm.
Just because everyone's either doing it now because they either like it or they just want to say they like it. So it's one of them things where you never really know.
Oh, if
You never
they
really know what.
were they there from day dot?
Yeah, were they there from the dark ages or were they there? Are they there to just collect the clout?
Yeah, I hear
But, I see a lot of people using anime as a niche to like get into certain spaces. I mean, it's understandable. Everyone wants to make their money. Everyone wants to make their bag, but I leave anime for people who actually
into
enjoy
it.
the franchise and who feel like they can actually add something to the community into the space,
Hmm.
rather than have it um, do rather than have it for people who just make silly notations or silly faces around the whole thing without any actual context.
Oh
But
yeah,
that's just my take on it.
I get you. I hear that. I hear that.
I feel like I diverted from the question though.
No. You've given me what I wanted. To be honest, I've wanted to know like on that. What is your take on like um where anime can go? What's the next step for the community? What could you do? What could we do as a community to increase or promote the love of anime? You know.
Um, I just say keep pumping out great anime stories. To be honest,
Mm.
that's the only way to keep it growing because we can't keep dwelling on the past, and we're always looking for new stuff to watch, new stories to see. So I'd just say everyone who's a creator in the anime space and the manga space, keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate all of you greatly. Like, if I could give you money that I don't have, I would.
Honestly,
But I don't have the money. It's just one of them.
the amount of times
I actually don't
anime
have the
has
money. I
saved
just
my
give the
life as
views
well.
and
You know, it's like oh.
recommendations there. So I do appreciate it a lot. I do appreciate every anime. I say keep it going because even though what I said about people using it for clout or whatever, every category has that. Every community has that. There is no exception to seeing the good side of one thing and not seeing the bad side of one thing at the same time.
100%.
There's always two sides to every community and every franchise. Some take over and become the face of it, and some don't. But it is what it is, and it really is what it is in most aspects of of a franchise of a community.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Aye, that's great. Joe, while we're here, might as well wrap this up. Do you want to hit up your socials, shout them out quickly?
Yeah. So my Twitter is.
All right, guys, I'll catch you later.
I cut me off and started catching it. You're right.
No, man, go ahead, man. No, go ahead.
My Twitter is Joey Aden. So JoeyAdn on Twitter. My Instagram is also Joey Aden. So it's Joey. It's Joe _ Aden. And then knee because I changed it recently. So
Bars.
Joe _ Aden because I couldn't get Aden on it. My YouTube is Joe Yada. My Twitch is Joe Yada, Joe _ Yada. But that's pretty much it for all my socials. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Any lasting words you want to say to the anime community?
Sorry.
Anything you want to say to the anime community before we go?
All
right. Catch you guys later. Bye.